Hello and welcome to this special video of I guess it's kind of like the podcast, but it's not a podcast. It's basically me and Lara wanted to get together and talk about a festival we're going to soon, which is Til The Fest. Also, hello, Lara.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we were supposed to do this a week ago. Well, I had the idea, I think, 2 weeks ago. We were supposed to do it a week ago. Life got in the way. We had an extra week. Neither of us have really prepared for this, so it's going to be quite a lot of winging it, as you would expect from things we do. Yeah, so it would be a good time to talk about it now, especially as 75% of the tickets have been sold. So if you want one, crack on and get one. They're available on Dice. Shall we explain what Til The Fest is first, I guess, in case you're unaware?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You know a bit more about it than me, because I think you kind of more like you interact more with the people who kind of organize it. So
yeah,
like I just kind of got like sold with like the whole like Lightyear play, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going. It wasn't that hard to convince me to go.
Like, that's a solid way of choosing to do things. If Lightyear are there, you should be there.
Yeah, I did go to their they did like a reunion thing a few years ago, didn't they? Which I didn't go to, so I haven't seen them for a long time. So yeah, it's definitely going to it.
Their last show was my birthday gig at the New Cross Inn, where it was Do It Together Fest. So this is kind of nice. The next show I'm seeing them is also going to be at New Cross. But anyway, cool. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So Til The Fest, you might have heard me refer to as Ollie Fest quite a lot, because that's less of a mouthful for me. But it's Ollie Ward, who's a punk promoter, sort of based in mostly South London now. He's celebrating 20 years of putting on DIY punk shows. So he's put on a fest called Til The Fest, which is taking place on the Friday the 8th to Sunday the 10th of October at the New Cross Inn, Amersham Arms, and the Matchstick Piehouse. And there's like 50 odd bands playing, and there's going to be football and a label fair and all sorts of stuff going on. And we are really excited. You can get tickets on Dice, which is an app you get on your phone. I forget how much tickets are now, but whatever the price are, you are in for a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what should we talk about first? I guess the venues. I know you've not been to any of the venues, have you?
I don't think I have, no. You can take this one again if you like.
Okay. Well, I've only been to one of them, but I've got a little bit of tiny, like they've got New Cross Inn, which is obviously basically my home, which is like a 350 cap venue. And then you've got the Amersham Arms, which is about 5 minutes down the road, which is, I think, 300 capacity. I've never been there, but I was supposed to see Ramona there before lockdown happened and everything got cancelled and we all got sad. And then the third venue, which is a place called the Matchstick Piehouse, which I've only recently heard about. And I was speaking to Ollie on the weekend. He was telling me it's a 150 capacity venue.
Oh.
So it's a nice, tiny, small one.
That's cool.
So that should be a lot of fun. So yeah, as I said, they've got bands, they've got a label market, which me and Lara are both big vinyl fans, so we will probably spend some time there.
I've been saving up.
Yeah. They got on the thing. They got some of the labels that are announced for it. Which this is taking place at the New Cross House, apparently, which is the pub across the road from the New Cross Inn, and that's happening from 1 till 7 on the Saturday and the Sunday. And there's loads of labels involved in this. You've got Puck Out Records, which is obviously Pook from Redeemer, and the Filaments label, where he's just import side of UK ska or American ska and has getting some UK ska on the label as well. So they're very exciting, and I think I brought most of what they've put out already, which is expensive for me, but you should check them out. I mean, they're not expensive, it's just I spent a lot of money. That should have been how I worded that. You got Everything Sucks, In It Records, which is our buddy Mark Bartlett's little label. They put out stuff from Skiv and Baldhead and the Dread, Ode to Sleep, and some other stuff. Little Rocket Records, Real Records, Pastoral Records, Extinction Rebellion, Disconnect Record, which is my buddy John Allen's label, do a lot of cool skate punk stuff. A World We Never Made, and Beth Shalom Records. So that looks like quite the variety of stuff, so make sure you check that out.
Yeah, Little Rocket Record are pretty good. I ordered from them last year, I think. I can't remember what I ordered, but I think I ordered like a 12-inch, but also the cassette of the 12-inch. And they sent me like some, like, I don't know whether it was one of their releases or something, but they sent me a free 12-inch and then loads of stickers and badges. So they're worth looking at. Yeah, they're really grateful on Instagram as well when I posted about it. So that's nice.
Yeah, they are Graham, who used to be in Leatherface's record label.
Oh, okay.
There's a fact for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so what are you looking forward to about Til The Fest?
Well, okay, so I know there's been a few hiccups along the way, like you were saying, as it is kind of sometimes with promotion and things, bands kind of can't make certain commitments, I suppose. But I was really looking forward to Google Patrol, but sadly they aren't able to make it. But the ones that do stand out for me, like the main one was going to be Lightyear, obviously, but if I kind of put the obvious one aside, Bottle Kids, I'm really looking forward to seeing. I think it must have been on a playlist you sent me one time, Colin, last year, I think. I don't know where I heard them. It might have been, I can't remember. And that's the only thing I could think it was. And I've just been kind of sold on them since. They're just really fun, kind of, I don't know, like just, it's not like beard punk or anything. It's not skate punk, it's kind of in the middle. I don't know, it's kind of really energetic punk rock. It's really cool. But also, like, I'm really looking forward to Triple Sunday, because I listened to them like when you first suggested it a year or so ago. And then I hadn't listened to them for a while, and I listened to them again today, and I was like, oh my God, they're really good. Like, why are they on so early? But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them. I think they're quite early on the Sunday, aren't they?
Potentially, or the Saturday.
Yeah. Unless things have moved around, because I've gone off an old time set.
On the picture that Ollie posted today,
yeah,
4:20 till 4:50 at the Amersham Arms on Saturday.
Oh, on Saturday. Okay, well, I need to redo all of my working out, because I put that down as Sunday. So
I'm sure, like with the lineup, there will be sort of changes here and there, right up until the last minute, because that's how these things work, I think.
How it works, yeah, for sure.
And I'm very much looking forward to seeing Triple Sunday as well. They're my friends, and like the last time I was supposed to see them would have been Do It Together Fest, but I was expecting to see them absolutely loads in 2020.
Yeah.
And like Sarah, Sarah from Shout Louder, who was also sort of putting the thing on with, I say like I was doing anything, but like, so she was like being in charge of the tombola, and I know she loves Triple Sunday, but she also lives up in Manchester, so she won't get to see them as much. So I was like, no, you go down there, you go to the front, and I'll look after this, knowing that in theory I would see them loads this year. And then, as I say, the world broke, and so I sort of watched from the back and didn't get the proper Trip Sunday experience. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Hassan's also performing his hip hops. I don't know if I call it a side project or a new project, and that's gonna be the after party on the Saturday night. But I got to see that on Sunday at Fishstock. Like, I've never really seen lots of hip hop or any hip hop performances before, and I think he was really, really good, and really talks about a lot of sort of important stuff about growing up as a Palestinian man in the UK and the difficulties in like finding his place, and just the horrible stuff that's happened to Palestinian people over all the years. So like, it's good music, and it also seems quite important and vital to listen to his message. So that's the after party on the Saturday.
Nice.
So I hope stick around for that, because it's really good.
Yeah.
And so bands aside, something I'm really looking forward to is just being in like a festival environment as well. Yeah,
it's been such a long time, isn't it? It'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing you and Emma again, because I've only like met you once. But also, like,
Emma says hello. I was supposed to say that. Emma says hello.
And Nikki does. Nikki's doing some DIY at the moment. You might hear some like banging around downstairs. Yeah, and seeing like if anyone that we've done a podcast with is there, that would be kind of cool. A bit weird to meet people, but
yeah,
I'm a bit. I get stressed, like anxious about meeting people, but it'll be fine. I'm looking forward to it.
Everyone's bloody lovely. Yeah, you've done one with Paul and Mike, so they'll both be there, obviously.
Yeah,
because obviously Mike plays in Triple Sunday.
Yeah.
And Paul is sort of runs New Cross Inn and is B-Sharp promotion, so they'll be there. Dan number 2 is going to be there. I think quite a few of the Collins Punk Rock World team will be there. I should find that out. I can confirm Robin and Brett won't be flying in from South Africa.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, but just being in that environment with a load of even people you don't really know, just being in that environment of like everyone coming together and celebrating something we all love, and it's always just really like good. That's just such a cool and trendy thing to say, but really good vibes.
It is really good vibes, and I always find that, and I like it's hard to explain it, but it's kind of just feeling like I belong in, like, where I am right now is where I'm supposed to be right now whenever I'm at a kind of a gig like that. So
yeah, I'm
looking forward to that. I haven't felt that for a while, so.
But that was my like feeling the first time I ever went to the New Cross Inn. It was like, okay, this is comfortable. This is what I like. This is home, basically. And then we basically never left.
Moved in.
Yeah, and just to say, I think with obviously everything's in the last year, like Manchester Punk Festival is like the big punk festival, but that happens in like April time, Easter time, and so we haven't got to experience it for like 2 years now. So this feels like something that could be very close to that sort of energy and feeling. So
I
think that'll be really nice, because that's again always like everyone's always in a high and loving life and really happy. And I think with obviously not being able to do these things, this will feel extra special as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward to it. I have been for a while. Even with, sorry, I'm trying to sort out some lighting. Even with a few bands dropping out and things, it's still going to be more than just the music, I guess, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think always the festivals, it's still a bit of it's about a community coming together as much as it is seeing a load of cool bands.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah, it's going to be great because it's going to be new people that you'll be meeting, because even though we've kind of talked and chatted on the podcast and things, it's still new to meet people, isn't it? But also, like, there's bands playing that, like, me and Nikki, especially Nikki, knows from way back in the scene, like 10, 15 years ago, that he's looking forward to seeing and catching up with people then, because you haven't had time or life gets in the way sometimes and you kind of lose touch with people. So it's a good way of kind of reconnecting as well.
Oh yeah, I think everyone's lost touch with people in the last year or so as well, haven't they? So
oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, hopefully it won't be too overwhelming for people, and people will understand if you want to take a step back, and you can. And so another thing I'm really looking forward to, because I have maybe got more excited about this than I have any of the bands. The five-a-side football tournament that's going on.
I knew you were going to say that.
I am ridiculously excited about it. That's happening on the Saturday, 12 till 3 at Fordham Park, which is, I believe, the green, which is just like down the road from the New Cross Inn. I think at the moment there are only 3 teams, so hopefully some more are going to join. But we'll see. If not, then my team definitely gets a bronze. So go us.
What's the team name?
Colin's team, because we couldn't think of anything. You've seen any like the names of any of the CPRW records comps? I'm terrible at naming things. So
one of Nikki's, when before I met, I think he was part of like a five-a-side where he used to work like a while ago, and I think the name they had was Real Madras. I think it was pretty. Yeah. I think it anyway. But some of the names like people come up with for these kind of like five-a-side amateur football teams are brilliant.
Our last one with the team I played in was Brazilian.
Okay.
Was not what we were in the slightest, but it was funny. Though what other bands are you looking forward to? We'll go for it. We can't go for them all because there's like over 50, and this will get boring quickly.
I think we're going to have quite similar ones. So I think the Friday we're going to be quite a similar thing. But other than the Bottle Kids and Lightyear, Triple Sunday, I'm also looking forward to Pizza Tramp and Grand Collapse. But I'm wondering, I'll have to recheck the new lineup, the new times now, because things might have changed a bit. But I planned I could catch quite a bit of Guns and Wankers before going over to watch Grand Collapse. But I have a question. Okay. So the Social Club I really like and I want to go and see. That's the guy from Captain Everything. Am I right in saying that? Because it sounds a lot like him.
Potentially. I'm not really sure. I don't really know a lot about the Social Club, but I believe someone did tell me this before.
Oh, okay. Because
it may have been you, but someone has told me this before. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like him, so I'm guessing it is. But yeah, I want to see them. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Yeah. What about you?
There's the Friday night, which has got the horrific clash of like the Barstool Preachers and the Filaments.
I've chosen Filaments.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to moan about clashes because I think if the festival has lots of clashes, it means it's a really good festival because there's a lot of really good bands. But I'm kind of torn between that one because I mean the Barstool Preachers were the last band I saw before the end of time, and I haven't seen the Filaments for absolutely ages.
Yeah.
So they're two just brilliant options. I'm sure I don't need to tell anyone.
You're just gonna see how you feel on the day.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What else we got on Friday? KEMF, just friend of the podcast or friend of Colin's Punk Rock World. Really, really good live. Miss seeing her and her band. They're always brilliant.
Yeah, she's lovely as well. Really nice.
Skiv, who again, there's just a really good EP this year. And just lovely guys, really fun band to watch live. They're opening the whole thing at the Amersham Arms. That's a good one to look out for. I mean, there's bloody loads. I could go on and on, but we'll go between us so I don't just list off loads.
Well, there was, I have to, like I said, I haven't, even though I've seen and reposted the 75% and then saw the change in the times, I didn't act on it at all. So I don't know, because there was, I can't even remember what the initial clash was, but I was kind of interested in Bob Vylan because they just look really cool, and it's different to the other stuff that is on, and it's different to what I normally listen to, and they just look like they've got so much, they put on a good show, it looks like. So I really wanted to see Bob Vylan, but I'm not sure. I've written down which one I want to see instead, but I don't know which one it is. So
okay.
Yeah. So that's one I would like to see. That is a clash for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could go either way, I think, depending on what the times are now.
And they play like kind of sort of grimy hip hop punk, don't they? Sort of.
Yeah. Really brutal, like aggressive. It's quite cool.
Yeah, like Emma brought the album last year, and like, it's really, really good. Like a lot like Luna, it's just an important listen as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah. Well, I remember you sent me a playlist over when this was first announced, this whole fest, and they came on, and like sometimes you zone out of a playlist because like you're kind of used to this sort of sound that you're hearing. But when Bob Vylan came on, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is completely, it woke me up. Like, I was like, this is amazing. And then I came off the playlist just to go and listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's going to be a very sort of much hyped set for that whole weekend.
Yeah, definitely deserves it. Yeah.
What else have we got? What's else going on? There's so much. As I say, we really haven't prepared that well for this, so bear with.
We're doing quite well.
This is some superb winging it. What else we got? Who we got? Obviously, Call Me Malcolm are just one of the best band in the UK at the moment, especially definitely the best ska band, I'd say. Always really good, and they're playing at New Cross, so that's going to just go off. And following them is going to be Sonic Boom 6, so that's going to be just a good old party to finish the main part of the day, like Sonic Boom 6. I think you forget like what an important band they are in this scene, and what like Layla as well, being sort of a woman of color fronting a band,
and for such a long time as well. Yeah.
like it was probably unheard of what they started, 10, 15 years ago, I'd say.
Well, yeah, I mean, having a woman-fronted band full stop, let alone a woman of color or whatever, you know, it's that was. I remember I saw them. They were one of the bands that everyone saw loads, you know. And I remember the last time I saw them, I think, was in Swansea, and there's a pub called the New York, which is now being taken over, but it's different. It's like a trendy bar now. And I saw them there, and I was just like, I just thought it was really cool just to see like a girl on stage doing what quote unquote boys do, you know, with boys, you know, and doing the thing. I thought this is cool because like, even though, you know, I had female friends who would come to gigs and stuff with me, it was still not that usual to see girls at gigs, you know, especially quite up close to the front door on stage. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I'd say that Layla does it better than most men as well. So
definitely.
She is incredible.
And it shows because they stuck around. They've been going for such a long time.
Yeah, one of their albums did a I think it was a 10-year anniversary. For the life of me, I can't think what it is. But I do wonder if they'll play a set sort of heavy of those songs to celebrate, or the just mix it up and play a best of. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun because they are one of the best live bands around.
I don't think I'm going to that. I think I need to recheck, but I think they clash with Grand Collapse.
Yes, the three headliners on the Saturday are Grand Collapse, Sonic Boom 6, and Guns and Wankers.
That's big clashing, like going on.
That is big clashing. Again, though, an amazing. Like Ollie pulled this off. This lineup's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you see him over the weekend, give him a pat on the back and say thank you, because what a guy. One I'm looking forward to as well, actually, a Dutch band called Sweet Empire. And they're like, I guess more on the skate punk side of stuff. Really, really good live band, and sort of, again, talk about a lot of important things. But I remember seeing them, there's the first Till the Wheels show I ever went to. So I think it would be kind of cool to then go see them at this now big Til The Wheels Fest, because that's how it worked out.
Going Till the Wheels, did you say?
Sorry?
How long has it been going, Till the Wheels, then? Did you say you might have said this at the start?
Yeah, 20 years he's been putting on shows.
Jesus Christ.
I know. So
that's an effort. Definitely.
Say he's a hero.
Yeah.
And following that's at Sweet Empire at the Matchstick Piehouse on the Saturday, and following them is Out of Love, who I also saw this weekend. Who band have been like really, really hyped, but like released a couple of EPs, but never got to play a show. Now I've just played their first shows over the weekend, and now they're playing this festival, and they are absolutely incredible live. Like I saw that we got to see their first ever show, and they blew me away. I knew the songs are really good, but live they're incredible as well. So looking forward to seeing them again.
Good. I'm looking forward to. I haven't really heard much of, apart from maybe listening to it here and there, Nervous. And the only reason it kind of like pulled me to them is because one of the members was in Milk Teeth, which me and Nikki loved, and they split up, and we never got to see them. So kind of, they don't sound that well. They don't sound really anything like Milk Teeth, but they're still kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like a kind of chilled. Yeah, I don't know how to explain them. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing kind of what they do. Like, I know Milk Teeth was so kind of energetic at live shows from what we've seen on YouTube. So kind of looking forward to seeing what Nervous come up with and what they do. Kind of like the name as well.
Yeah, I kind of always think first time I heard them, I was kind of reminded me a bit of like Alkaline Trio, like that kind of. I mean, maybe a more poppy indie style of Alkaline Trio. It's probably a.
Yeah, I think you're right. Indie probably is the that's kind of more. That would make sense.
Yeah. There's so much on here. Like Knife Club. I think this will be their first London show. They're like a TNS super group. They got members of Revenge of the Psychotronic Man, Matilda Scoundrels, Heist, Faintest Idea. They're like and Nosebleed. So they released. There was like another one that got band that sort of new, then got hit hard by the pandemic. There was this like big. They did this really good like marketing thing. It was like, who are Knife Club basically. They just didn't they weren't going to reveal any of the members until they played a live show.
Oh, cool.
And then obviously they then had to because they couldn't play live shows.
Yeah.
So that was like just a really fun way of doing it, because they had people from like their friends. Like I think someone from Pizza Tramp was pretending to be in Knife Club at one point, and I think Jamie from Aerial Salad was a pretend member. I think maybe he even thought he was a member, knowing Jamie. So yeah, so I got to see them over the weekend. They really good fun live, and it's nice to see Andy sort of being able to, because Andy played bass in Revenge of the Psychotronic Man, but singing for Knife Club. Oh, a member of Casual Nausea as well. She's in Knife Club as well. I shouldn't have forgot that. But yeah, so nice to see Andy sort of being able to walk around the stage a bit more in the crowd to shout the songs.
Cool.
There's so many bands in this. Who haven't we missed?
Goodbye Blue Monday.
Oh, of course, Goodbye Blue Monday.
Yeah, they're the first I think I've got. Well, on the old kind of stage times anyway, they were the first one I've got down to go to see.
Yeah, we love Goodbye Blue Monday. I think again, like they're one of the best bands in the UK at the moment and should be playing to massive crowds, and really nice guys as well. I love like Graham and Sean and the boys. So
yeah, kind of like Menzingers kind of vibe in it.
Yeah, I'm just like a lot of these bands, like I'm lucky enough to know the members like personally, so I'm just looking forward to a really good catch up with friends as much as I am. Hopefully,
sorry, Paul, you can carry on.
I'll say hopefully a lot of the bands are sticking around as much as they can for the whole weekend, just for hanging out as well as playing the shows.
Yeah. I was thinking when I was because I put a playlist together of the bands that I wanted to go and see, and I was listening to it today. And I was thinking the quality of like the bands is so high. Like even the kind of the lower down the time slots, the quality isn't lost. It's really cool. It's really cool, and it's all the music is really such a high standard. Yeah, it's really impressive.
I like it's quite a varied lineup as well of sounds. As like every sort of conceivable punk genre seems to have found a way onto the bill, which is good. And sort of people from all different backgrounds as well. So it's a nice, diverse lineup. Yeah. Which is what we'd like to see in festivals. It shouldn't all just be all like white straight dudes playing songs. It should be everyone.
Yeah.
So sort of got a pat Ollie on the back for sort of pulling that off as well. What else we got playing? We've got to say shout out Our Lives in Cinema, who are opening Amersham Arms on the Saturday. Just like Mark Bartlett, he's the lead singer, does In It Records. He is an absolute champion of sort of promoting DIY punk rock music, and he will go out of his way for anyone to help him out. And the band are really, really good. Mark's the nicest person, and his band are brilliant. So if you don't know them, they're on first. I don't think they clash with anyone. So go get yourself down to the Amersham Arms and prepare to fall in love with Mark and his band. You got Boldhead and the Dreads playing as well. I'm just kind of shouting at friends at the moment. They're opening Amersham Arms on the Sunday. They're like a band who basically formed in New Cross, and sort of they went to all the shows and just sort of decided to start their own band, and they're a lot of fun, like ska punk about mostly about drugs and dogs. Oh, there's so much. You got anywhere else you want to? I mean, we'll stop shouting out bands soon because
I'm just literally going through bands I want to see.
I'll say Good Friends one. I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at Good Friends as well. Weird story actually. I hadn't really listened to them until about a good couple of months ago, maybe even like last year. My boss entered a competition on Facebook where Good Friends were giving away a copy of their 7-inch EP. My boss won. It wasn't really his sort of music. He likes quite heavy music, so it wasn't really up his street. So he gave it to me, and I've got a copy of it. So that was like, I was like, you know that Spider-Man meme where they kind of point at each other? Like when I saw the Good Friends name come up on the poster, I was like, hang on, I know them. I've seen that name before.
Yeah. I saw them a few years ago at the Underworld. They were supporting Nothington. I'd never heard of them before. They're really good, and I've not managed to see them again. They've always sort of played like shows when I like London shows, and I'm at work or something I can't get off. Or we're supposed to see them in Hamburg for Booze Cruise, but they got like stuck in a traffic jam and missed. They were playing 2 sets, and I was supposed to see the first one, and I managed to miss that. So I haven't seen them since. But Adams, like their singer, is just a really lovely chap, and it'd be nice to see him and actually talk to him properly as well. So, and again, before a good friend Redeeman, who I got to see over the weekend. They're Pooks for Pook Out Records, newest band. They're like heavy metal meets ska. It's one of these things where it's like probably shouldn't work, but really, really works. Like the way they do it, just they're really, really good live. And I mean, I'm sure every single band on this lineup is really, really good live.
Yeah.
But again, there's something like different to anything else on the lineup. So looking forward to seeing them. Like Pook is one of my favorite people to watch on a stage, whatever he's doing.
And he just is such a nice guy as well, right?
Yeah.
Like he's just such a laugh.
Yeah, he's great fun as Pook.
Yeah.
Really good frontman as well. Like good. He's very good at the older stage banter, which I guess you would expect from him.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to play in Lightyear as well, because I know he's toured with Lightyear in the past. I know Lightyear on Another Day. Maybe he's going to hang around. I don't know. But what's happening on the Sunday? I don't think we spoke much about the Sunday yet.
Triple Sunday on Sunday. Oh, they're on Saturday now, are they?
Triple Sunday, Saturday. Obviously.
Oh, yeah, he did say.
Yeah. What we got? Crazy Arm playing in London for the first time in absolutely ages. They're like a big sort of part of the DIY scene, have been for years. Like kind of more like roots sort of punk rock kind of sound. Like they released an album. Was it last year or beginning of this year? I can't remember, but they're really, really good. Always awesome live, and yeah, they're I guess heroes in this punk scene. And you've got Apologies I Have None on the Sunday as well, who are a really big like gateway band for me into the DIY scene in like London. I've probably seen them more than any other UK band. But again, I feel like it's been absolutely years, sort of even ignoring the last year since I've seen them. So that would be nice to see them again.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we've spoken quite a lot about all the bands playing now. And
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I always sort of say if you
most of them, I think.
Obviously go through the lineup and look for bands that you know and you want to see, but also check out someone you haven't seen before, because that's a really cool thing you can do with festivals. You don't have to be like, oh, I really want to see the bands that I know. Check out new bands. You might be surprised at what you like, even if it's something completely different to what you'd normally listen to. You might find something new you like. It's worth having a go, really, isn't it?
It's like buying a compilation CD, isn't it?
Yeah. You get to see if they're good live as well.
Yeah.
What else? I think we also take some time to encourage people to not only visit like the label market, but buy bands merch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because obviously all these bands have not been able to earn money through their music for the last 18 months. So anything you can buy would really, really help them. And even like say buying a t-shirt, like it's amazing how much that can help a band, because like you buy your t-shirt, you wear it, you walk around, someone might go, who are the Misfits? I mean, everyone knows who the Misfits are, but that was
I don't know what they are. I'm just wearing it because it's a cool design.
Yeah, so
no, you're right. It's free marketing, isn't it? You just walk in, you're a walking advert, and that's another. I like wearing them like band shirts because one, like it shows that that's what I like, and it's important to me. And two, if other people know the band, they're like, oh, I know that band, so that person must be cool. And three as well, you're wearing an advertisement for something that you love or like. So yeah, it's a win-win, really, no-brainer for me.
It's kind of like with football, like if you see someone else wearing the team that you support, then it's like, oh yeah, we'll be friends.
Yeah, that's it. And it is like that, isn't it? Especially with such like in the kind of the more in the subculture of it. Like it is definitely like it's almost like we will be friends just because of this one thing.
Yep. I am yet to meet a Call Me Malcolm fan I don't like, so hopefully that streak will continue. Yeah, I think the other thing to say, I mean, like obviously this festival will be a lot of people's first festival, like first gigs in years, and with everything, it will be probably be quite overwhelming for a lot of people, and then with the potentially touching people or like hugging, and like it might weird people out because of obviously everything that's been happening. So be wary and respect people. If people do look uncomfortable, don't make it worse. Look after them. Check people are all right.
Yeah.
As
just be aware, isn't it? Be aware of who's around you, and yeah, just because you're comfortable with something doesn't mean that everyone else is going to be at this time. So
yeah. I was at we went to a New Cross gig. I think of the Call Me Malcolm album launch a couple of weeks ago, and Dan number 2 was outside talking, and he sort of see us coming, went to hug me, and I reacted so badly. Just stop, run away! No, none of that. Everyone just looked at me like, "Are you okay?"
Stop.
Luckily, it was Dan, and it is a friend, and he knows what I'm like. But yeah, I did get some funny looks. But so maybe don't react quite so like that, but just be comfortable saying no, you're fine. I don't want to hug you, I suppose, as well. Like
and also, don't get offended if someone does say that.
Yeah,
it's not a usual thing. It's just that the person's not there. To be not comfortable enough with it yet. That's all. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, and I guess like the last thing, the PSA we're doing at the moment is like, I mean, I hate talking about this because I don't bloody drink, but yes, they drink responsibly. It's a long weekend. Pace yourself.
I am drinking now, but yeah, just take it easy, because you don't want to wake up the next day thinking, what the fuck? Like, did I miss? Like, first of all, did I miss anything? Did I miss any cool bands? Did I forget anything? Was I acting like a total dick? Or, like, because there's a level you get to where it's just like uncomfortable for other people. Like, and that's when you become, like, going off the point we were just talking about, that is when you become less aware of what people are comfortable with because you aren't aware of it because you're pissed. So it's not just not hugging people, it's not just keeping your distance, it's also kind of being aware of your distance as well, because that kind of like spatial awareness disappears when you've been drinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that goes generally for gigs anyway. That's not just for post-COVID or anything. That's like back in the day. It's like, why are you dancing so close to me and shouting? Please don't.
Exactly, yeah. I think today with mosh pits as well, if people don't want to get involved, don't make them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, because there will be people who are still a bit wary of busy crowds. So
yeah, that's it. And if people are standing back, leave them stand back.
Yeah, I say just respect everyone. You can have fun and be nice to people.
Yeah,
basically, yeah. And I promise, I'm glad you took that off me because I hate talking about drinking or like.
I love it.
Because I don't do it, so I feel like I'm being preachy if I start saying, "Oh, don't drink."
I've got like, I was pretty bad when I was younger. I would drink a lot, like at gigs and things. So like, looking back, I wish I hadn't drank so much that I could kind of have better or actual memories of a lot of the gigs I went to. So it's speaking from experience, like, don't drink so much. Like, drink after if you want to, a lot, but it's not just better for everyone, it's better for you as well, because then you're not waking up like checking your phone. Oh fuck, what have I done, what have I said? So
yeah, I'd also say, like, there's so many amazing bands, and see as many as you can, but also make sure you take the time to sort of stop, slow down, have something to eat, because it's a long old weekend. Then we're not like, I did fish stock over the weekend, and that was one day, and I was still feeling it a couple of days later. So
yeah, don't be afraid to kind of think, okay, well, I need a break. This is a point in the whole week, in the day, where I'm not, that there's like a break, natural break or whatever, or you don't want, there aren't bands who particularly are as keen on seeing or whatever. Don't feel bad if you don't go, because you need to keep your energy for the rest of the weekend. And you need to get complete, you need to, especially if you're drinking, you need to eat and you need to have some water and fresh air.
Yeah, there are, if you've not been to like New Cross, like that strip before, there are plenty of places where you can get something quite quick to eat, vegan, not vegan, or everything in between. there's like plenty of little corner shops as well. We could jump in and get like a pack of crisps or some fruit or something. So there's plenty of stuff you can go for.
Look after yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
Get an early night the night before, drink lots of water, get yourself ready. That's what I do.
Yeah.
If I've got a big day ahead.
Yeah, my general tactic is get the biggest breakfast I could possibly get before the start of the day.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, mine is just like chug loads of water, take water with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know New Cross, actually, we'll throw this out there just in case people aren't aware that New Cross is now card only. So make sure you've got a card. Everyone's got a card, but I don't know. I don't get a load of cash and then expect not to be able to spend that because you won't be allowed.
Yeah, no, it's good to point out because especially now we're coming out of lockdown, a lot of places have changed to card only.
Yeah.
Whereas before it probably wouldn't have been. So it's good to know.
Yeah.
And would it be? I suppose it would then be. Would it be cash or card at the merch tables or?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you that one. Bring both. I mean, a lot of bands would have PayPal. There are also cash machines along the street. So.
Oh, okay, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of bands these days probably do have card readers, but
there was a big outdoor gig here about 2 weeks ago in Singleton Park, and it was we didn't go. We just moved in. We weren't going to go anyway, but we just moved in here, and it was Catfish and the Bottlemen and You Me at 6 or something. It was massive. And the card machine stopped working and they didn't take cash. And the nearest cash machine was like in town because the ones around the park had all like run out of money.
Oh God.
So yeah, it's a total nightmare apparently. Made it to the Wales Online as a story. So yeah, not great.
Yeah, but
I'm sure that won't happen.
Hopefully that won't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all we've got to say really. I look forward to seeing people there. Because it's going to be a fun weekend. If you see Ollie, I mean, most people watching this probably know who Ollie is, but make sure you sort of say hello and thank you and then just appreciate him because he's put a lot of work into this. And as I like speaking to him the other day, he seemed a bit on edge and like a bit stressed out with it all. So
that's understandable. I think we all would be.
Yeah, and the man Faith, the man's been promoting gigs for 20 years. Like I'm assuming he's lost money because he's a DIY punk promoter, and so we should. It's an incredible achievement. So let's celebrate that.
Yeah,
with him. Yes, and he's one of the best people I know. One of the nicest guys. Always good for a chat. I really should get him on this podcast. I mean, it'll be about how Ollie chats. It'll be about 6 hours long, but
he's got 20 years to cover. So yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So still don't know how to end things. Yeah, thanks for
buy tickets.
Oh yeah, buy tickets. Yeah,
only 25% of tickets left.
So yeah, snap them up because it's not a weekend to be missed. Yeah.
And we're going. Like the whole most of the UPRW crew are going. So
yeah, I might remember to bring my badges. I'll hand them out.
Yes.
And if I think about it, I might get some Bandcamp download codes and take them with me as well if I remember to do that and get some ink for my printer. Yeah. Oh,
it's so expensive printer ink, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yep.
We've been printing off these gig posters for the bathroom and it's just like it's cheaper just to buy a new printer.
Yeah. Probably is these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything. Hopefully see you there. Bye.
Yeah. See you in what 2.5 weeks?
Well, it depends when I post this, but yeah. See you. See you there. See you on the 8th of October in sunny South London.
Can't wait.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.